Merry Christmas, YouTube. We're going to go to the allotment today and pick some Christmas dinner. It's Christmas Eve 2020. It's been a fairly tough year for all of us, so we won't dwell on that. Anyway, we're going to go up there. We're going to pick some Brussels sprouts, some carrots, parsnips, and whatever else I can remember when we get up there. Now then, I just want to point out one thing, which I'm sure you're possibly asking, is growing your own fruit and veg for Christmas a practical option? Well, financially, I can tell you right now, no it's not. Because you can buy a packet of Brussels sprouts at Lidl, grown in Lincolnshire, picked by probably Moldovans or something, for 15 pence for 500 grams. Now, the drawback is, it's probably picked by people on minimum wage. Plastic bag they come in is not recyclable, but 15 pence, you really can't argue, can you? Whereas my Brussels sprouts are going to be a similar sort of size, I'd imagine. They're pretty small. And they've taken 250 days to get this far. 250. So think back to April, when you were probably locked down and sat in your house, if you were in the UK and many other parts of the world. And I was going to the allotment planting seeds for today's harvest. I spent a fortune on compost and fertilisers, and well, not a fortune, but enough money on compost, fertilisers, some neem oil to try and keep the pests off, let alone time. But of course, time well spent, because this keeps me busy, keeps me going. So anyway, I don't know about taste. I would imagine my Brussels sprouts possibly taste better. I hope so. But we will find out tomorrow. So far, we're just ready to go and pick and harvest some crops. Now, I'm very confident my carrots will be lovely. They're the second rotation of carrots in that big tub you're going to see soon. My parsnips, there's some left. I reckon they're going to be okay. Some of them split where they've got stones in the ground, but they're big in general. Famous last words. Brussels sprouts, as I say, they're there. We'll go and see. Well, I hope they're still there. Maybe they've been raided by hungry, starving people, because apparently there's a food shortage. There's not really, is there? But, you know, some PR person somewhere has decided to say that Sainsbury's or somebody might have a food shortage. Probably some millennial sat in their bedroom somewhere working for a PR company. Anyway, enough of that ranting. Potatoes. I'm a little bit short on potatoes, I think. I think there's one plant left in the ground, and there are some that we tried to grow in a pot, and I'm not too sure how well they've done. But we'll go out there right now, and we'll find out. So, I'll see you there. Look at that load of shit. Hope I can get some of that. I need to get a wheelbarrow. I need to borrow a wheelbarrow from somebody, because I could really do with some of that on the allotment. You'll see in a moment. I've not done too much to it in the last couple of weeks, the last few months in fact. Anyway, like I say, a big pile of poo there to make use of. Now then, as you can see, we've arrived at the allotment, and there's a big pile of poo being delivered. I believe that's from some army stables or some rural stables somewhere in London. It's a bigger pile of shit than when I was last here, to be fair. So, but people are making use of it, and I don't have a wheelbarrow at the moment, so I need to borrow one from somewhere and get involved with using some of that. Anyway, as I say, I've not been to the allotment for a while, so we'll crack on now and have a look, and we'll see if I've managed to grow something for Christmas dinner. As I said before, it's much cheaper to buy from a supermarket. Obviously, they have the economy of scale, which I don't have. It's quite simple economics. I just hope that the poor sods that pick them in the fields aren't exploited too heavily, and the people that work in the supermarkets and the people that drive the lorries to get them to the supermarkets. I just hope everybody is getting taken care of. Growing them ourselves, I think, does give us a reward, a better reward, and a better tasting product. And to an extent, environmentally, I'm not sure about the whole buying fertilizers and compost in plastic bags and things. Look, we've got this here now. So anyway, all that aside, let's go and have a quick look at what's happened down there. Having just jumped out of the car, I can also say it's very windy and very cold. So there may not be as much narration on the picking of these vegetables as I would like. So if it's got music over it, you know why. Okay, so first, potatoes. One. Don't know that much hope. There's another big one. I'll just save the day. A bit of green on it. That'll be enough for 3 of us. I didn't earth these up enough. Some there for seed potatoes. I really don't have high hopes for these either, but we'll see. Not too bad, got something. These are King Edwards. The other ones were Sarpo Mira. We'll get something. We'll have something to eat. Take these away for now. Well, these are parsnips. You can just about probably see top of the plants here. They've defrosted off and died, which is not a bad thing. There was one around here somewhere. This area in general is parsnips. Okay. Better, isn't it? Snapped off already. Well, there's one. I think it's later in the year. There's one there. There's a few here. Right. Double one here, look. That'll do us. That's more than enough parsnips. We'll leave the rest in the ground. Snap that one off as well, look. That's all right though, that's plenty of parsnips for a meal. Okay, and here's carrots. Baby one. Here's a good one. Look at that. Funny one. Compost heap for this bit. Look, that's more than enough carrots. These aren't the biggest ones I had. You know, probably nicer ones earlier in the year. But again, that's more than enough for tomorrow's dinner for 3 of us. Okay, and last but not least, the Brussels sprouts. I'll just get the net off first. Don't worry, these aren't Brussels sprouts. These are collards. There's still some edible leaves on the top. It should be okay. These fellas here are Brussels sprouts. They're not too bad. They're not huge. They're not too bad. There were some bigger ones here which I've left too long, look, which have gone a bit ropey. Ugh. A bit manky. Compost heap ones, those. They're not huge, but they're not too bad. So let's take a couple of these and we'll see how we get on. Right, I think this is about my best one, so I'm going to quickly chop it off. Merry Christmas.